Please welcome Keke Palmer, and all the way from London on Zoom, Loreal Palmer. You can like feel the energy coming at you all the way in London.
Yeah.
You can.
Yes.
So, Loreal, oh my goodness, I wish that you were here in person. We miss you, but we also know you're studying abroad at Oxford in London. And you're not a fan of flying.
Oh, no.
What's going on, Loreal?
Yeah, see, I don't fly, but I knew that I wanted to study abroad. So when I heard that the Queen Mary 2 regularly gets you from New York to Southampton, I jumped on that. Keke was on my last flight. She knows how it went down.
Okay, so Loreal's did she like panic and go crazy?
Oh my gosh, guys, we went to Antigua for this like our vacation we haven't had in forever. We went last holiday. When I tell y'all on the plane, my dad, it was like that you turned into like a 5-year-old. She started hyperventilating. I can't do it. I can't go. Get me home. I can't do it. And we're like, Laura, you need to calm down. I'm like, give her some Valium fast. Crazy.
Okay, well, I'm glad, Loreal, I'm glad that we got you here, and thank you for taking out time from your Oxford studies to be with us. But Keke, I have to congratulate you. I'm so happy for you because you are so happy on baby Leo.
Yes!
Okay, being a mother. Oh my goodness, baby Leo. He turned 1 last February.
Yeah.
He said, Mama, like, we loving you. I mean, to us, motherhood, motherhood fits you like a blanket. How are you loving motherhood?
I'm loving it. You know, I am one of those people that always wanted to be a mom. I was always with a little baby doll or something like that. And I've always been a mama's girl. So I don't know, I just always loved the idea of having someone of my own.
Yes.
And I mean, being a mom, it's been more than I could have expected it to be. It changes my whole perspective on life.
Yes, it does. It really, it changes your life, like, you know, you're more selfless.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you give everything for you, and it changes your work habits.
Oh, my gosh. And it feels happier to not think about yourself, right? You know, you never can go wrong doing everything for your kids. So it's like, who cares about me? What do you need, Leo? Like, you know, it just feels better just to focus on him and to know everything I'm doing is going to go to him. That, you know,
absolutely.
It's an investment.
And Loreal, you know about this because you're the oldest. You're the oldest of the sisters, and you are a mother of 3 right here.
Beautiful kids, beautiful kids.
I take my wig off to you, all the stuff that you were doing, Loreal.
I live for that.
But I want to know, like, Loreal having 3 children, and this is Keke's first, Leo. Have you given Keke any advice?
I mean, I really don't need to give her advice, I don't think. I feel like she is just this naturally amazing mother. Like she said, she's just so nurturing. You know, she's like a second mother to my kids. They come home from school and they're like, is Keke here? They don't even care about me.
But Loreal, I mean, the example, I think, is the biggest thing. Seeing her as a mother, she's so loving, encouraging to her kids. Also, she plays, you know, she knows how to do pretend play. They be putting on whole full Broadway shows. You know what I mean? Like, she shows me in the way that she's a mother how to be a mother.
And how to be a mother. That's why you're the oldest sister. And I know, Loreal, being the oldest sister is a lot of responsibility. I hear that you even responsible for Keke's name. Tell me about that.
I'm so happy to have this opportunity to clear things up because my mom likes to say that I had an imaginary friend. And while there's nothing wrong with having an imaginary friend, I did not. I went to a birthday party and there was a girl there that I really looked up to, and I kind of clung to her. And her name was Keke. And I asked my mom, I said, can we name this new baby Keke? And she said, that's not a real name. we can't name the baby Keke, but we can call her Keke. And so the middle name Kiana was created. So, well, it wasn't created, it existed, but they took it so that we could call her Keke. So she's always just been Keke to us.
I love it. I love this, Keke. You will always be known as the imaginary friend, Keke. No, I love Keke because I want to congratulate you because it was just announced that you're going to be working on a project with Issa Rae and SZA.
Yes.
Okay. I'm very excited. Okay, so what can you tell us about the project?
Oh, man, well, everything takes place in a day.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of that old school kind of in the Friday zone, maybe even a little bit of what's happening now, where it's like we got to figure out what we're going to do.
Right.
These two girls need to pay rent. They're living in the jungles.
Okay.
And it's about what happens over the course of the day of them trying to figure out how to make that dollar.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a comedy, you know, but also with a real deep-rooted message.
Okay, and it's you and SZA. I love
Me
it.
and SZA, yes.
Okay.
Well, she's fab. We had a lot of fun already getting into it.
Okay, so we're getting ready.
Yeah.
So is it going to be in the big screen and the small screen?
Big screen.
The big screen. All right, so we got to get these tickets.
So we got to get these tickets.
We got to get these tickets. And Loreal, you are making moves too because this is what excites me. You have a new memoir out. It's called Keep Living. And it was inspired by your divorce. Now I gotta tell you, Loreal, I've been divorced twice. I've never been inspired to write a book. So what made you, I just wanna forget about some stuff, but you chronicled your experiences in this book. Can you tell me, what made you tell this story?
Yeah, so when Frank and I got divorced, we didn't tell anybody because I'm that person who's like, the world can be on fire and someone will ask me, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, it's going great. I hope everything's great with you too. Yeah. So we didn't tell anyone about this divorce until it was completed, the ink had dried, and we had everything sorted out. And the first person I told was a professor of mine, and it just felt so good telling him, and I was like, okay, maybe it's time to tell everyone in my family now. And in doing that, my mom was like, you know, you have to tell other people because the way you went through this and you kept it a secret, maybe there's somebody else out there who, even if it's not the same situation, they're going through something that they feel like they can't bring their family into, and you have to share your experience of what it looked like keeping it from everyone versus what it looked like finally sharing it with everyone. And I think we were already a close family, but I feel like it's made us all even closer, me opening up that part of myself and telling them, like, look, guys, this is what I'm going through. Like, help.
It's very interesting because when I went through my divorce, I didn't tell anybody in my family. They were very hurt. How did you feel finding out all of this?
Well, what I was gonna say was like Loreal is the kind of person that always takes on other people's stuff. She's a very calming spirit and energy in our family amongst our friends. And, you know, her husband, Frank, he came out as gay.
Okay.
And I think her main thought was, how am I there for him? This is a huge thing for him to have experience.
Right.
It took him years to get to this point. I know he probably feels terrible, X, Y, and Z. And then I think the moment came where it's like, Loreal, what about you? And I think that was like when we had our conversation, you know, it was like, what about you? I get it, I feel it, and we love Frank down, boots. But what about you? It's time for us to talk about you. So this book, for me, I was so proud of her to finally say, hey, you know what? This is what I've gone through. This is what I've went through. This is the sacrifices I've made. And coming out on the other side, this is what I have to share because she doesn't do a lot of things for herself, guys, but she is now.
You know, I love that you say that. And thank you, Loreal. Thank you for this book because it's going to inspire and help a lot of women. But it makes me think about, Keke, what about you? Because I've known you for a long time. From when I played your mother on Carlina White Abducted.
Oh my
when
gosh,
I
we've done
played
so
your
much
mother
together.
in Cinderella. And you've come so far. You're Emmy-winning actress. You're a host. Like, I mean, so much. So when I say, what about you, Keke? The Keke from 2014, what about you? Did you expect to be this Keke now? Like, what about you?
I expected to be a Keke I liked.
Yeah.
I don't know that I knew what all that would entail in terms of career or life or family. I knew the things that I wanted. I always wanted children. I always wanted to be able to continue to evolve and be able to do what I love and make a living out of it. But I didn't know that it would become everything that it has become. But I can say that I do like myself still. So.
Yeah. We love you too. We like you, we love you. And I sent baby Leo some diapers. What else I need to send him? What else he needs?
Well, first of all, me and you need to do another movie, a project together. That's what we need. Sherri! It's gotta be us, girl! And Sherri, can we just talk about how when we were doing Cinderella, we were talking about you having your own show.
That's
and
right.
look at what's happening, girl! It's all came true, hasn't it?
It did. You know what? I'll play your mama anytime, girl. Period. Keke and Loreal, I want to thank you both for being here.
We're gonna have a good time.